Hello, my name is Khattak. On October of 2017, I spent a month volunteering as a teacher at Shaheed Haroon Academy, an educational project of Kindling Smiles in Peshawar, Pakistan. Kindling Smiles was founded in honor of my first cousin, Haroon Rahman, after his tragic passing. Haroon, whom I consider more of as a brother, was an absolute shining light. His life was unfortunately cut short just before beginning his path of earning a doctorate, a task that I will pursue with Haroon in my heart as I begin my studies this fall at a medical school in Arkansas. It is with Haroon and his high regard of education in mind that Kindling Smiles' first project was to build a school in Pakistan. The school was founded to educate the street children, orphans, and children of families that are struck by the unfortunate circumstances of poverty in Pakistan. Prior to making my trip to Shaheed Haroon Academy, I would keep up to date with the growth of the school through various social media platforms. I noticed how attached I was to the school and looked forward to each and every new update and post. What really caught my attention was the genuinity and transparency of it all. It resonated well with me because I knew that the donations were going straight to the education of the children. Last summer, I met with my uncle, and he further explained to me the mission of the school. He showed me a little bit of what it took to run the school, and I was impressed to say the least. I wanted to do as much as I can because donating money was not enough, especially with a project that was very near and dear to me. I mentioned my experience teaching science to elementary students during my undergraduate studies, and how rewarding I found it to be able to spread the knowledge that I had learned to others. Furthermore, I had just gotten accepted to medical school and would start the following summer, meaning that I had the year free. He then offered that I join him on his next trip to the school in October to teach his students. I was initially a bit hesitant to teach in a country where I didn't know the language. However, I jumped on this golden opportunity. Going into my first day of teaching, I was nervous to say the least. As I walked alongside my uncle, we entered the second floor where the students were standing in 4 neat lines, patiently waiting with their respected teachers behind them. Once my uncle and I were noticed, the whole student body greeted us in unison with a melodic "Assalamu alaikum," to which we responded together, "Wa alaikum assalam." I did not suspect my trip to the school to be emotional. However, when witnessing the children respond so happily at the morning assembly, I was brought to tears. I was overwhelmed with many different emotions at once. Prior to my trip, I was actively updated on the students at the school and the luxury of my bed in a first world country. However, there I was at that moment, in a third world country, witnessing children eagerly have a thirst for knowledge and a desire to be at school. They wore their uniforms with pride and responded to their teachers with the utmost respect. Had it not been for Kindling Smiles and the continuous generous donations, these children would be out in the streets working to help their families. All of the students were receptive and polite. They were generally interested in gaining knowledge, treating it as a treasure. After witnessing this, I soon realized that in the U.S., public education is definitely taken for granted. Prior to the opening of Kindling Smiles, these students were not enrolled in school. They would assist their parents in housework or labor, whereas only the children of affluent families were able to afford education for their children. These children understood what life is like without education, and understood the need and power it has. They were very appreciative for the opportunity Kindling Smiles had given them. My experience cannot be put into words. It was simply amazing. I was able to teach lessons to all of the classes and levels. One of my fears would be that a translator would not be available when teaching the younger students. However, there was always someone readily available to provide me with assistance. At the end of the week, there were staff meetings with all educators and my uncle in attendance. Even though I was a visiting teacher, they gave me the platform to discuss improvements to the school. As the only person who went through the educational system in the United States, I was able to offer a different perspective and offer suggestions that I thought could help the structure of the education to better aid those students. The staff was always receptive to my proposals, and more often than not, my ideas were implemented the following week. It showed that the staff was constantly willing to grow and evolve for the benefit of those students. Even since the conclusion of my trip, there have been times where I will watch a video from the school, and I will have a simple suggestion that is always taken with importance. My uncle has consistently been welcoming to new ideas and has always made me feel like I am a part of the team. I can't say enough about Shaheed Haroon Academy, Kindling Smiles, nor my uncle. I wish nothing but the best for them. I hope you, the potential and recurrent donors, continue to support the school and its mission, because as someone who has seen it firsthand, I can assure you that your donation is helping a child's opportunity to grow and to build towards a better future.